Welcome back, everybody. Episode 46 of the Big Easy Blitz podcast. And we have another week of football. We got Saints football, we got LSU football, we got Cajun football, we got Green Wave football.
Blue
Life's good
Jays.
right
The
now.
Blue Jays play
The
this week.
Blue Jays play.
They're Jays. Always
Um,
and forever.
so Brock, obviously we're going to talk about the Saints, but what college games are we going to be getting into
All right,
today?
so today we're going to be doing three of the biggest games of the weekend. Obviously, LSU Florida is one of those. We're also going to be getting into Tennessee, Georgia, and Notre Dame, Texas A&M.
Hmm.
Two revenge games, if you think about it.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, for Notre Dame, they lost at home. No, Texas A&M, they lost at home
Yeah.
last year to Notre Dame. And then Tennessee, I feel like, is always a revenge game against Georgia because they can't beat. I had LSU's a revenge
Wilson.
game against LSU, or Florida after last
Hmm.
year. Florida really ended LSU's season last year, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But let's jump into it. We'll start with the Saints. They have a tough task this weekend. Possibly. We're still waiting on the news with Brock Purdy, see if he
Mhm.
plays or not. We'll just get it right into that. The injury report. Obviously, for those who missed it, George Kittle's on IR, so he's
Mhm.
going to be out for at least 4 weeks. Uh,
After having four catches and a touchdown on their first drive.
that's crazy.
That sucks for George Kittle.
Um, Brock Purdy still has him listed as questionable. Um, trying to see, it says with a toe injury. That's not showing his shoulder because his left shoulder is injured.
Mhm.
But I think he can play on left shoulder injury as a quarterback.
Yeah,
Just has to,
unless he falls on it.
yeah. But we'll see. I think he's gonna play. That's just how this usually goes.
Mhm.
And if,
Especially against the
yeah.
Saints.
And if he doesn't, Mac Jones is gonna play, and he might drop 300 yards on us and 4 touchdowns for all we know.
Pro Bowler Mac Jones, but that would really sting
But
if Mac Jones comes in and balls out against the Saints. But if Brock Purdy's out, I think the Saints have a legit shot in going one
I
and
agree.
one.
I agree. But
So
we'll have to see.
they're gonna have to, like we
If
talked about this last time, they're gonna have to clean up the pre-snap penalties. That is absolutely unacceptable. Um, and obviously just other things like Kellen Moore. Now he has a game under his belt. Hopefully he with clock management he kind of knows what he's doing now because obviously what happened last week was completely unacceptable. Um, but no, I think the Saints were going to have a legit shot in this game if Brock Purdy doesn't play. If.
I 100% agree. Some other guy. We'll start with the injury report then. Obviously we said Kittle, he's out. Jawan Jennings is questionable. Don't know who this guy is. Jordan Watkins,
Sure.
rookie out of Ole Miss. He's questionable with an ankle injury. And then another running back. I'm gonna go with Jordan James,
There you go.
running back questionable with a finger injury. And then obviously Brock Purdy questionable.
And then get into the Saints. Brock, why don't you?
Actually shorter than I thought. Okay. Now this doesn't look like the entire one. It doesn't have the entire one, but I mean all five guys are legitimate.
Impactful
Yeah.
players.
So Chase Young, questionable with a calf injury.
Chase Young has got to play. I mean, this was supposed to be his year coming out of training camp. He has got to play in this game
100%. Trevor Penning,
against his whole team too.
yeah.
Sorry.
Trevor Penning's questionable with a toe injury. Jordan Howden, safety, who's probably going to play for Julian Blackman or something too.
Until we sign someone,
Yeah.
hopefully.
He's questionable with an oblique injury, so I don't know who's going to play safety. Maybe Jonas Sanker. You see the emergence of him.
Ooh, I wouldn't hate that. I don't know if Jonas Sanker's quite ready yet, but that would be interesting.
I think I said Jonas, like Jonas Valanciunas.
That's all right.
Whatever. Julian Blackman, he's going to miss the rest of the year, obviously. It says questionable, but he's not playing.
Yeah. No.
And then Talia Sefawada, questionable with a knee injury. I don't know the severity of that. Wednesday, usually, sorry.
No, I was gonna say in Alvin Kamara's post game presser, he said like he talked to Fuaga and he said his knee injury's nothing bad.
Okay.
So I
There
take
you go.
that for what it's worth. But
Hopefully they use Alvin Kamara more this week because last week they obviously
yeah.
he scored a touchdown and it was like non-existent.
Hmm.
Um, but today's Wednesday, so obviously I think this is the first week of practice or first day of practice for the week, or no, the first injury report comes out
Yeah.
today. So we'll get the full one. And then usually if guys don't practice on Thursday, that means they're probably not going to play in the game.
Yeah.
You want to see at least a limited practice on Thursday and then obviously full practice on Friday.
Hmm.
If they practice fully on Friday, that most likely indicates that they're going to play.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out for that. Getting into some of the leaders for each team and each stat. Obviously, you know the quarterback for each team, Rattler and Purdy. On rushing yards, Christian McCaffrey's got 69 rushing yards on the year on 22 carries. And then Kamara, obviously we said, has 11 carries for 45 and a touchdown. and then just was not consistent
The
at all.
49ers didn't even ease McCaffrey back, just straight into
Yeah,
22 carries.
no, just wait. If Kittle and Purdy are around, just wait for that this week.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I
Um,
really hope he doesn't get hurt.
Ricky Pearsall burst on the scene last week.
Yeah.
4 catches
Mhm.
for 108 yards.
He's the dude. I think he's the dude over there. I don't believe in John Jennings.
Yeah,
I think Ricky Pearsall's the guy.
I agree. And then do you know who the leading receiver for the Saints is?
Yeah, it's Jawan Johnson.
For all those people taking shots at Jawan Johnson, he had 8 catches for 76 yards last game. He had a very efficient day. He just didn't make the play when he needed.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean, the
tough.
fans are rightfully wrong or mad at him,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But I
it,
saw some Jared Cook comparisons coming
okay,
out.
let's not do that. Also, Buda Baker made a hell of a play on that.
Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
like, come on.
Buda Baker's a great player. I mean,
Mhm.
dude just throws his body on the line. Anyway, anything else you got on the Saints? We'll
I
get into
mean,
our predictions for the Saints game on Friday.
yeah.
So
Or maybe we might do an NFL prediction Saturday. Just like a quick wrap. We'll see. We're
we'll
still
see.
working.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's the preview so far.
Who dat, baby?
It's really gonna be a battle of who's less injured. That's probably gonna win the game.
Yeah.
And we'll see. If Brock Purdy's injured, I'm gonna lean towards the Saints. If Brock Purdy's healthy, I'm gonna lean towards 49ers. So which
Lean
one?
heavily towards the 49ers, if,
Yeah.
but you get
Uh,
the point.
we'll keep an eye out on it though.
Mhm.
Moving on to the college games this week, and much better week this week than last week. A lot better games. I think the best game last week was, I mean, it lived up to the hype, whatever you want to call it that. Oklahoma, Michigan. I don't know if you watched much of that game.
No,
It
I
was
didn't.
good. It was a good game. But this week, much better slate. Starting off, we'll do which one?
Let's go with Notre Dame. Notre
Okay.
Dame, Texas A&M.
Notre Dame takes A&M. Yep, like he said. Notre Dame comes in the eighth ranked team in the nation.
What's the line on this game, bro?
Notre Dame 6.5.
Wow.
They do get it at home.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
although A&M looked very shaky in their first 2 games.
Yeah. Who did Notre Dame had an off week last week? Um, no, against Miami, Notre Dame's offense looked very vanilla. A
Yeah.
lot of screen passes that didn't work. I mean, you'd think a team to the caliber of Miami eventually would catch on to that, and they did.
Mhm.
They got a pick on one of the screen passes attempted by CJ Carr,
Yeah.
which kind of sealed the game
Pretty much.
for um for the Hurricanes. Uh, but in this game, man, I'm honestly I think I'm looking at a 21-17 final score. I'm not looking for fireworks. I mean,
Two
you
very
saw
good.
that.
Well, two very good defenses, but A&M has put up 40 plus in both games. So
Yeah, but Notre Dame's defense is really solid. Last year when these two teams played, I think it was a really just grueling, drawn
mhm.
out, lot of run game. Obviously, that's because Notre Dame had Riley Leonard last year. Um, but this isn't going to be a high scoring game. There's not going to be fireworks. If you're looking for fireworks, I would tune into a different game. However, if you're an old school football fan, this is the game you want to
Shout
watch.
out Brad.
Shout out, shout out.
Um,
If you want some hard nose blocking, some downhill running,
yep.
tune into this
Yep, yep,
game.
yep, yep. So some people, when I said that A&M struggled, they're gonna look at the score of their first game and see that it's a blowout.
Mhm.
I promise you, the score does not indicate how close that game actually was. UTSA gave them problems in the first game.
And
Um,
Utah State was with them there for a little bit too.
yeah, I mean everybody's kind of been easing back into the season, but
Mhm.
they're 2-0 nonetheless, just like LSU.
Yeah.
A&M is the 16th ranked team in the country, so it's 8 versus 16. Obviously, we said Notre Dame is a 6.5 point favorite. They are at home, which is an advantage. But last year, they were at A&M, and Notre Dame went in there and beat them
hmm
with that absolutely. As much as I hate A&M, that absolutely electric uh, intro power.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I mean that's amazing. Um,
Are you a believer in Marcel Reed?
not at all.
You're not?
Not at all.
Okay.
He can't throw the ball.
hmm
He beat LSU with his legs last year. I mean, realistically, I don't think they attempted a pass in the second half last year against LSU.
Did Marcel Reed start the game against
No, he
LSU?
came in
Yeah.
the second half, maybe end of the first.
hmm
No, it was second half because we were up 17-7 at halftime,
hmm
and
The wheels fell off.
to say the least.
But I really don't want to put a label on Marcel Reed quite yet.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't think A&M is going to be too much of a threat in the SEC down the line either.
Right.
So I'm agree with you there.
Yeah. I wish I could see this. Right now, A&M's leading rusher is Marcel Reed, but I know they have a very, very, very good running back. I think it's Le'Veon Moss. I don't know what his status is. I haven't paid attention to A&M. Sorry. Moss has 13 for 87 and a touchdown.
Those are
So
some
off
good
to a
numbers.
bit of a slow start though. I mean, against two
Yeah.
lesser opponents, you would think.
I mean, 13 carries for 87 yards is good.
Yeah,
I don't know why he's not getting more work, but
I don't know. We'll see. Should be a very good game nonetheless. I'm gonna go back into the week. Go. Um, obviously the leading passer for each team, Marcel Reed with solid stat line. 41 of 62 for 509 yards and 7 touchdowns.
very solid stat
Now
line.
that is against two lesser opponents, so we'll put an extra there. And then CJ Carr, not a bad stat line for as bad as it looked. He was 19 of 30 for 2 touchdowns and a pick
Yeah,
and 221 yards.
he just like it didn't do anything to like
Yeah.
push the needle. Like I don't know. It just wasn't. CJ Carr, like he was just dumping it down, throwing a ton of screen passes. Um, I mean Notre Dame really didn't even get the running game going in that game against Miami
Mhm.
either, which is
They just didn't
which is
use
their
it out.
forte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's one of the best players in college
He's the
football.
best running back in college. It's not even close now.
Yeah,
Caden Durham might have something to say about that, but
Jane Ball, he might have something to
he
say.
struggled mightily against
Really?
South. Yes, which we'll get into whenever we review LSU in Florida. Yeah, the leading rusher isn't even. It's not even Jeremiah Love Shadarian Price
Mhm.
with 45 rushing yards. That's the leading rusher for Notre Dame right now.
Yikes.
So
Now Notre Dame only has played one game.
yeah, true, but
Still,
still,
that's not what you want to see.
not at all. Yeah, I'm not going to go through the rest because I mean it's very heavily skewed towards A&M because they played 2 games, like you said.
Mhm.
We'll get into who we were going to pick on Friday.
Stay tuned for that.
We do have our guest picker. I think I said that last
Hmm.
week, so stay tuned for that. Um, so yeah, that's it for that game. Um, should be a good one. And now we're going to move on to uh game day, a game day site, which
That stings.
Florida sold on that one.
Yep.
We have Georgia taking on Tennessee in Knoxville.
Hmm.
This should be a very good game. Tennessee is playing well. I mean, they've exceeded my expectations for them for sure. Now, do I think they get exposed this week? Yes, but I have been wrong. I've been known to be wrong very much. But I have
It's
been
part
right
of
on a
the
couple.
game,
I have
man.
been right on a
It's
couple
part of the
things.
game.
So this game coming in, Georgia, it opens as a 3.5 point favorite, so much closer than I thought it would be.
Mhm.
I guess it is in Knoxville, so that does help them. Um, it's a very close. I mean, Tennessee actually has a 51.5% chance to win,
Whoa, really?
which is crazy. I did
Mhm.
not. They're really high on Tennessee, the odds makers. Vegas must know something we don't.
Georgia, I mean, they just played Austin P and they didn't really do too much. So, I mean, I personally, and I don't think you are really either, sipping the Tennessee Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking the Tennessee Kool-Aid quite yet. Uh,
If they win this week, then they might
yeah, maybe.
turn my.
But I remember at the beginning of the year, they had the eighth best odds in the entire country
Yeah,
to make the college football playoff. I thought that was a
I
little
thought it was one
lofty.
today. Just to make.
It was just to make it. It was just to make it.
Yeah, that's incredible. I don't see that.
If it was to win the Natty, that'd be even wilder.
Yeah. I mean, Tennessee's always gonna have a good offense, so their defense just plays decent. They'll be very
Mhm.
good. Speaking of their offense, Tennessee's quarterback Joey Aguilar, who his dad recently came out said something about the trade or whatever
For
between Nico and Joey Aguilar, which Nico looks like an idiot.
yes,
Um,
bad move for him.
yeah, somebody somebody said Nico's dad must be a Tennessee super fan because he knew they'd be better without him. I found that funny. But Georgia's leading passer is obviously Gunnar Stockton. He's 40 for 58 with 417 yards and only 2 touchdowns. I guess he uses his legs quite a lot. Even though he's not the leading rusher because Nate Frazier, at least I might got his name right. Yes, I did. He has 25 carries for 116 and 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns. But I mean, they haven't played really anybody yet. They
Yeah,
played Austin P and
Marshall.
Marshall.
Mhm.
So their both teams' first real test coming up this
Mhm.
weekend. Should be a good one in Neyland. It's a 2:30 game, which not really a fan bet, but
Yeah.
against LSU gets a night game, so I'm a fan bet.
Who did Tennessee play in the first two games?
Syracuse and East Tennessee State.
Okay.
They won like 72-17.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Tennessee's offense is very good. It's high power.
Mhm.
They run the hurry up all the time. They're not worried about time of possession at all. For those LSU fans who remember that dreadful game in 2022, the 11 a.m. game against Tennessee. I don't know if you remember that where Jack Dash fumbled the opening
Oh
kickoff
yeah.
and Hendon Hooker just put it on us. Whew, I do not miss that game or that year. That year was
Which year was it?
20. It was Jay Dale's first year.
Okay, yeah.
That was when the offense was
The
improving.
Malik neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Bad year to be a Tigers fan.
I mean, they went to the SEC championship, so it really wasn't a bad year. But
They got
they're
didn't they get skull dragged though? Like didn't Georgia hang up
50
50?
to 30. That was Nussmeier's first ever game, and he put 300 yards on Georgia in the second half.
Oh, Nussmeier played in that game?
Yes, in the
Wow.
second half alone, because Jaden got hurt.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Um, but yeah, this game should be very, very good.
Mhm.
You will see who we pick on Friday. Because
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I'm torn. I really don't know who to pick because Georgia's look shaky, Tennessee's look really, really good,
Yeah.
and they get them at home. So watch out.
I don't know. This is going to be a fun week for the predictions.
100%.
Could be make or break.
Speaking of predictions, if you saw our latest TikTok, you'll see the punishment that we were looking for. I actually came up with a good one that I'm not going to share on here because that's my idea. That I really don't want to do. But it is a good punishment.
Yeah.
A very good punishment.
Yikes. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
If somebody comes up with something better, then we'll talk about it. But
Yep. So moving on to the game that we're going to deep dive in the most is obviously LSU Florida.
mhm. Should be
Before the
game day,
season,
but Florida had to Florida. Sorry.
before the season, I mean, this game was circled probably on every LSU fan's calendar. It's a revenge game. Florida obviously ended their season last year. You get them early, you get them at home at night in Death Valley, where LSU's hot, or LSU's the third ranked team in the country, and Georgia, Florida would have been a top, probably maybe a top 12, 10
What
matchup.
is Florida ranked?
They're not.
They're not
They
ranked.
dropped out of the rankings.
Oh no.
I mean, you want to talk about an ultimate just, I
Collapse.
yeah. LSU's a 7.5 point favorite, and I'm telling you right now, it should be a lot
Yeah.
more.
I think the odds makers are probably looking a little too much into the uh offensive struggle against La
Well,
Tech.
yeah, I, Florida's defense is very good, so
Mhm.
that is something to look out for. However, Florida's offense is not. DJ Lagway
Crazy enough,
really
like
struggled against USF, which I mean
I
last year.
think did we have Lagway in our preseason Heisman? I think I might have, and that's
I
not
think
looking
I
good.
had him top three in the SEC, which not looking too solid right now.
hmm
But you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose.
My Florida State pick's looking pretty good right
Yeah.
now. But I'm never gonna stop talking about
Like rightfully so.
that. Yeah.
Rightfully.
But yeah, it is a different Florida team, Florida Gators. They have not looked good. I did not watch their first game, but they played Long Island, so I would assume they probably looked pretty good in that.
hmm
But then they faced a real test, which nobody thought was a test, in South Florida, and South Florida completely exposed them. We talked about this on Monday. If you tuned into that, but I mean, it was just South Florida was really doing whatever.
hmm
Um, defensive wise, offense was both offenses were okay. Obviously South Florida got the last laugh,
Yeah.
which is hilarious. No pun intended.
Mhm.
That Bill Hogan. And I mean, you couldn't ask for a worse scenario coming off of a loss like that than have to go to
To
Death
Death
Valley
Valley.
at night with the number three team in the country in a revenge game.
And then they got 4 games after that. That are
True, but I just made like it's a revenge game for LSU. You ended their season last year. It's at night in Death Valley, and you just came off an upset loss. I mean, this is like worst case scenario for Florida.
the Tigers are smelling blood right
Yeah,
now.
100%. I mean, 7.5 on favorite, like I said. I think it should be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Um, right now, Lagway stats are very good. Even their running back, Jaden Ball, has 200 yards already.
Mhm.
I don't know how he did last week. I'll look up stats for last week if you want to talk about anything.
I mean DJ Lagway was very disappointing in that game against South Florida. And then another thing is, and the reason why people are calling for the head of Billy Napier right now is the amount of penalties they had. I mean, we covered that in what was that Monday's episode. But that's unacceptable for a program like Florida against a mid-major like South Florida.
Yeah.
And I mean, South Florida's legit. Like, I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're
Legit CFP contenders.
yeah. I mean, they beat two. They have two ranked wins, and it's
You,
week two.
you know, there's like a scenario where there's Tulane, shout out Green Wave, huge game this week, a revenge game. Should have talked.
Oh,
I'm adding
oh,
that to
oh,
so that we don't have that. I'm adding.
oh.
Um, Tulane and South Florida could both be 12-0 in the American Championship.
That
And
would be
if they're
you.
both 12-0, they're both getting it. Doesn't matter who's.
You think?
I 100%. Two 12-0 teams, no matter who wins that game, is getting it. I can assure you. Because I mean, the Big 12 doesn't look very scary right now. They can get in over the Big 12 if you really
Yeah.
think about it.
Who does South Florida have on the rest of their schedule?
So I know they play Miami this week.
Oh
If
wow.
they beat Miami,
Okay, yeah,
they're gonna go undefeated.
yeah.
Like that's
I feel
100%.
like Tulane would have to win that game though.
Yeah, 100%. Like to ensure that they get well, maybe not actually, because Tulane would have wins over
Ole
Duke and
Miss.
Ole Miss and Northwestern.
They would have.
That's
Yeah,
three Power Five wins.
yeah. I don't know. We'll get there. That still a
If
lot
that
to
happens, somebody in the SEC is gonna raise havoc.
mayhem. Yeah,
Um, but we digress. In the South Florida game, DJ Lagway was 23 of 33 for 222, a touchdown and a pick, with a QB rating of 58.8.
yeah.
Not very good. Jaden Ball, who I mentioned, actually was the only good thing that happened to Florida, along with Eugene Wilson, their stud receiver. He had 18 carries for 93 yards.
Good stuff.
I would assume that was probably early or like useless yards
Yeah.
because obviously they couldn't get anything going. Eugene Wilson, he's an absolute stud. He's Florida's number one receiver. He had 7 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown against South Florida. And then a bunch of other guys caught a couple passes. Um, Fernell Brown caught 5 for 56. Watch out for him. Um, but defense, I'm trying to find penalties while we're doing this. Sorry. But anyway, should be a fantastic game. I can't wait. Like I said, revenge game. I don't know if they're doing it, but Brian Kelly should have the score of last year just on the wall.
Yeah.
Like put it everywhere, just like they've been preaching 1-0 every week. But put that on the wall. You were that close. If you won out, there was a legitimate chance you still could have made the SEC championship. And you obviously lost. I
If
think everything that needed to happen happened, but and if we beat Florida, we would have been.
yeah,
But because we didn't beat Florida, we didn't.
if Florida had this many penalties against South Florida, just imagine Death Valley night game rivalry game.
At home too. They had that many penalties at
If
home.
Billy Napier didn't rally the troops, man, we could see a completely dysfunctional Florida football team come Saturday night.
I'm sure they'll get up for this one. Like I'm sure they'll look the part early.
Yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
maybe, but the lights are bright in Death
100%,
Valley. The lights are
100%.
bright. The noise is louder than anybody anywhere else, any other stadium in the world.
And
So
I know I keep saying this, but the sheer fact that LSU season ended last year because of Florida doesn't help them at all.
yeah,
Like at all.
well, we're
Um,
the Tiger fans.
yeah, God, oh, I cannot wait. I hate Florida. I do not like Florida in anything. It's probably more of a baseball thing because Florida baseball, I just can't stand Florida baseball. Jack Hadwin, who don't even get me started. But we'll see. You'll see our predictions on Friday. You can probably guess where we're going with that. Um, and if our guest picker picks Florida, he will never be on again. Um,
Yikes!
so just
Very inviting, bro.
yeah, I know he's not gonna pick Florida.
Yeah.
But that's gonna do it for episode 46.
Yes,
Unless you have
sir.
anything else you
No.
want to get into.
Tell a friend, like, follow, subscribe. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That is all for folks. And see you later.
Peace.
Peace.